Today, we're going deep into the darkness of Edgar Allan Poe's The Cask of Amontillado. And let me tell you, this isn't your typical horror story. It's a chilling look inside the mind of a vengeful man, a deep dive into the very architecture of a perfect, cold-blooded murder. Right from the very first sentence, Poe throws us right into the head of our narrator, Montresor. There's no mystery here about what he's planning to do. This isn't a whodunit, it's more like a how he's gonna do it. He tells us flat out, revenge is on the table. The only question left is, how? And this is what makes the whole thing so fascinating. You have to remember, Montresor isn't just telling a story. He's confessing. He's an old man looking back on this crime from half a century ago. And that little detail, it completely changes everything, turning it from a simple brag into something way more complicated and way more haunting. So to really get Montresor, you have to understand that this isn't some crime of passion. Not at all. This is something intellectual. He's operating based on a very specific and frankly very chilling personal code for what makes revenge truly perfect. His entire philosophy is built on two simple rules. Rule number one, you have to get away with it. Completely. If there are any consequences for you, the Avenger, then the whole thing is a wash. It's a failure. But rule number two, and this is the real psychological kicker, the victim has to know who's doing this to them, and they have to know why. And, this isn't some idea he cooked up on his own. Nope. This philosophy, it's literally in his blood. It's the Montresor family motto. No one insults me with impunity. I mean, that's about as clear as it gets, right? It's the ultimate permission slip for his actions, and it's built right into his family's DNA. The family crest says it all. A giant golden foot crushing a snake, even while that snake is biting the heel. The message is simple. We will win. Absolutely. No matter what it costs. All right, so he's got his philosophy. Now, how does he pull it off? Well, Montresor's plan doesn't rely on strength or force. It relies on a much sneakier weapon, master-level deception. Montresor is just an absolute master of manipulation. He knows Fortunato is a wine snob, so he dangles the perfect bait, a rare cask of Amontillado. He plays right into his pride. And all the while, he acts like his best friend, pretending to worry about Fortunato's cough, even as he's leading him to his tomb. And the setting for all this? The wild, chaotic party of Carnival, the perfect camouflage for a truly monstrous act. And Poe just layers on the irony so thick you can't miss it. The victim's name is Fortunato, which means the fortunate one. I mean, that's just a cruel joke, considering what's about to happen. And to top it off, he's dressed as a jester, a fool, basically wearing a sign that says he has no idea he's the butt of the deadliest joke ever told. So deep down in these creepy catacombs, Fortunato, who's part of the secret society of Freemasons, flashes a secret sign. He's basically challenging Montresor's social status, asking him, "You're not one of us, are you?" It's a total moment of snobbery. But Montresor's comeback is just pure, chilling genius. He says, "Oh yes, I am a Mason." And then he pulls out a bricklayer's trowel. It's such an incredible moment of dramatic irony. He's totally mocking Fortunato's little secret club, while at the same time showing him the exact tool he's about to use to wall him up alive. Okay, but maybe the most interesting part of this entire story is the timing. Don't forget, he's telling us all of this decades after it happened. And that fact alone makes us have to ask, can we really trust this guy? 50 years. For half a century, Montresor claims that Fortunato's bones have been completely undisturbed. He did it. He got away with it. According to his own rules, his revenge was a 100% success. And that's the big question, isn't it? If the revenge was so perfect, if it was so satisfying, why is he still obsessing over it? Why is he reliving every single moment 50 years down the road? Why can't he just let it go? And think about this. For all his talk about getting revenge, Montresor is super vague about what Fortunato actually did to him. He talks about 1,000 injuries and this one final insult. But he never gives us a single detail. And that makes you wonder, right? Did any of it really happen? Or did he blow some tiny offense way out of proportion in his own head? This really leaves us with two totally different ways to look at Montresor. Is he this noble avenger defending his family's honor against some terrible insult? Or is he just a clever sociopath who used some imaginary slight as an excuse to commit a truly evil, motiveless crime? Poe never tells us for sure. And that ambiguity, that lack of a clear answer, it leads us to the final, really haunting idea of the story. Because even though Montresor followed his own rules to the letter, his victory feels completely and utterly empty. There's this one moment where the mask just completely slips. After he lays that final brick and the only sound is the jingling of the jester's bells, Montresor admits, "My heart grew sick." And then, of course, he immediately blames it on the damp air in the catacombs. But we know better, don't we? That weak little excuse tells us everything. It reveals the truth. His perfect revenge brought him zero satisfaction. All it left him with was this nagging feeling, maybe guilt, maybe just a cold, hollow emptiness. His whole grand philosophy, his life's great work, it totally failed him in the end. So that brings us to the story's final perfect irony. In building a tomb for his enemy, did Montresor actually build a psychological prison for himself? You have to wonder if this confession, 50 years later, isn't a boast at all. Maybe it's just the desperate act of a man who's been trapped by his own perfect crime, forced to relive it over and over again, searching for a peace that he's never, ever going to find.